issues on ABS radio and television. I am Eze Onwuchi. Today we shall look at the preparation of the National Population Commission in conducting another population census in Nigeria. The outgoing administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is preparing to conduct national population census after 17 years. The last national population census was conducted in 2006 by the former President Olusegun Obasanjo. How prepared is the National Population Commission to prepare a credible and acceptable census? And how prepared are the citizens to participate in the exercise? By the way, what is the importance of population census? All these questions and more shall receive answers today, as we have in the House, Ichedena Okeko Gene, Acting President General Haneze Ndibo Worldwide. I want to welcome you, Mr. Naka. Thank you. Happy to start to you. We also have Honorable Dr. Timothy Fedorama, member representing Jikoka 1 in the Anambra State House of Assembly. I want to welcome you, sir. Welcome to the program. And then we have Town Planner Dr. Olasi Ojoakim, State Director, National Population Commission, Anambra State. Doctor, welcome to the program. Right. Let's begin with Dr. Olasi, Town Planner Olasi. What is population census?
Population census, simply put, is to get the total number of persons, including males and females, and also has for information. What we are doing is population and housing census. It's not only male and female that we are counting, we're also counting houses to know the condition of the houses. So what we want to do is to get the quantity and the quality of both persons, households, and houses in Nigeria, including Anambra State and all the local government areas in Anambra State. And what we are doing is digital census. The first digital census we are about to do paperless, in the sense that there's no paper we're going to use. We're going to use equipment we call PDA, Personal Data Assistance. Simply put, for the layman, it can be called tablet or big phone, where all the houses are numbered, and we're using satellite image we acquired from the satellite to number all these buildings and get the household characteristics of the individuals living in residential households only.
Thank you. Dr. Timothy Fedorama, can we ever get accurate number of Nigerians?
Well, I think it's a very difficult question or answer to give, as it were, because of perhaps, except for the fact now that I heard doctors saying they are going to use, employing technology in this very particular one. Otherwise, it has always been a problem getting the accurate data that is required or needed, during this process and exercise. So it's difficult, but I think it can be gotten right. We can get it right. So many other countries that I will presume we are bigger than, had their own census, and they had it well, and they got close, because it will never ever be 100%, but at least in a process like that, if you get something like 80, 85, stuff like that, you can beat your chest and say you're almost there. So it's difficult to achieve 100% of census anywhere, especially in a developing country like Nigeria, where we don't have a harnessed data, where we have not actually aggregated all the data about people, for instance, together. You have data for BVN, you have data for in immigration capturing. We have data for NIN, but we have not been able to put all of this data together. Say for instance in the US, just your fingerprint pulls out all your information. Those are the kind of thing I think, and we believe we'll get to. Then we'll begin to talk about getting close to an accurate census guide.
Thank you, Dr. Timothy Fedora. Acting President General of Worldwide. The can divide what they bet that I go on 17 years ago. Can divide there.
Well, I'm going to buy that. Don't come on, if you really pass now. You see now more than Bagadini. Makana, who is in the improvement. When I put the relation, I want to put the improvement and I cover. When you have not got a barrier, I make a phone will go more in knowledge. Not 1 second, or will more in man. So the shock. After the plan. So I'm in my woman now. Year of time money because census are the impact really. You get the vulnerable. Many of us I know now. Take out from this country. And we data for driving licenses. And we data for passports. And my data for vehicle particulars. And my data for cable. Every island is over data. When get it, so then I will get whatever combo then so the thing is working. I think it was a census. I can't believe good in registration of beds. Beds certificate, one came to that. So they have also in Maka, they decorate. So, but like the only good developed country, the US, from the day I'm on, it seems that a passport. So let's make a resume driver's and going to go to 18 years ago. But not the same data. Age was someone even down. So if I lot of time I always said there. So and the time I woke up when we was no money they were looking. And then there when you get chance. Now they were like a mark and mother. It's all the failure of the government in the center. Anybody do Manachi more in a sofa. Like I want to buy an answer, I want to be in the would it be in Doka where you want to or it was you. So you guys so then I am less of government. It's so what the Japan valid to have what is looking at. Whatever is on the what I get for it's a little bit. Man, in other sense of it, census is there. And under the what the census of our men and mass election. I'm not going that I had able to first achieve. But I'm going to be born now. What if I'm as up before? And I think he has been corrected. People know, if they don't know, but I see the language. Over the man has French and that's what Italian. They need one. Across, I dare only to go to mountains. Oh, you know, I should have done because Igbo, 25% of the Igbo, 25% of the Igbo, I'm not saying I'm a minority. And we do census. It was a majority. The ordinary vote to about Vajira, there was a sort. Oh, Naya, even they really fast one. Get on this woman, improvements and everything. Papa, email of a feed. ahụ ya ha ka bishara nta because ụbọchị ya bivas a na-agwa mgbe abịazi bivas atụbazi etuwe kapasiti bivas oge banka nsogbu maka ndị a bụrụ anyị nwere idea na onwe ndị na-agụ ma ewu ma atụrụ and the problem anyị na-enwe na ndịda anyị bụ na onye ịkpọta ka ọ bịa gụọ mmadụ ọnụụlọ enwere ike na-agụ ya na ọnọdụ mmadụ ise egwe ahụ agwa ahụ ọtụtụ ahụ onye nke onye chọrọ ibi ahụ onye ka ọ enwere birth certificate ya data. I thought that my mother after I didn't feel the non even in the body.
Keep record of that. The program is issues on ABS radio and television. Before we take a break, I'll come to you, Dr. Olasi. Why housing census this time? All the while, from the colonial, British colonial government and the post-independent census, no housing census. Why did you include housing census this time?
Maybe another exercise because of the methodology I use. Like also welcome my president or I want to inform you now methodology I use this time. The Gloria Baga and so put me as in Gloria Baga and Jikok and Anambra State.
For the first time
all there. And the White Housing census method I use bo using satellite image. When you have satellite image is when you know satellite is a name. It down there is a building in the is a roof here. It got fear and a column. More when we were born in 1989, next year we retired. And we go to 1999 census, May 1990 2006. May 1991, May 2006. This is my last census. The methodology I use now seriously improved. In 1991 census, we find they use behind a sketch map, Akaka IBS. And then I go and pay the Akasa map, and I'm planning. In 2006, I only had a more improved sketch map, improved in the sense that now they introduce compass. My name is I'm a town planner by profession. More that in environmental department surveyors. They will do survey abroad. Now they learn about error of closure that I need for you to adjust. What I'm trying to say that compass I used in 2006 I dropped completely correct in terms of marking. Only this time around, I introduced a satellite image where all the buildings, then are Nigeria, then are Anambra, the number. It's a very big data for Nigeria. I think I will also talk. Number one, if you were able to get the data information for the whole country, you need amazing input to manage it. You can even track. And the deliverables I went at this census, one will be about EMR, enumeration area map. Every game with the money between 400 and 500 in a year. And a numerator now Bogado. This somewhere up with the supervisory area map where a supervisor can as well count. Then you now get here about town or locality map. Town in Anambra, we have drawn the map of the towns and all the buildings inside that towns. If they I make with the political wars, when I say one map, we map hide the map political war. They consulted us in collaboration. We have produced all the political world map of Anambra and the whole in Nigeria. Again, dialect. After the population, I populate here. You now see the population of each political map. Political ward, which some people can use for anything fact or email. Then after that, we have the local government map and state map. Apart from these maps, I'm saying, the buildings, this is where boy, we now know the supply and demand for building. Before you them babo, the day of done there kuna. Now operate to IC, Agasa Suro, Agasa Sea, Don Dodger, and we're planning. It also helps the state to plan. So anyone in Congo, my president or the correct now the money we can film not to guide you and remember. Okay, you should try here. And when we're saying that now, I make a draw calculation. Eziokwu na ha bụ ndị ndọrọ ndọrọ ọzọ. Mana nke a bụ ọ dịkwa na Baịbụl mma mgbe amụrụ Jizọs na-eji ego ọnụ. So ego ọnụ dịba nọ na anyị akpọbeghị ihe. And the methodology anyị na-use abụrụ nke ezibugoro before. Even njisi ndị ọhaneze ndị be anyị, ndị Nigeria, ndị Anambra ka sọpọtụ ife anyị na-eme.
Now, thank you very much, Town Planner. Let me stick up to you, Timothy Fedora. What lessons do we learn from the previous enumeration census, population census? You compare more or less 9 we can learn as we go into another census.
Yeah, I think like Doug Lassie had just stated, there will be, if we want to go by and believe that all will be worked according to how they had planned it, and either when Makowe Voku Metute Mosna Farmabro Ndendorondoro, it's also part of it. Father and because in the past, you know, the figures and allocate to us are not correct. Anambra, for instance, in what we have, is stated that Anambra the 5 point something million, which of course is, you know, to me, without using any vulgar language, or the far below what we are, our numbers. And that will make me to jump, you know, also into appealing to our people, like you know, Maka. The Baye Pota. The last one, the Melon, overall, you know, then myself, where we are governing mad, there was something, you know, discouragement with the farmer, you know, now I said, people were scared, and a lot of people. So here, they conducted it manually, and where they could not get to, they left out those places, and that brought, you know, the report back from Kavala said in the Sipa, a coalition when you figure say the line, and that has really affected us. Both politically, because what down the Kufanya and the Aka, even in our days, so there's a certain number of the word where they will ask for, you know, a split. Yeah. But when the figures and the numbers are too tiny, now asking for, okay, for instance, you know, even the very fact, to be honest, you know, I'm very happy now this year, no server. Who can you the Boba and the Bonina generally? I was able at this time, and good at thing, the process now at the region, you know, good rule. We're not saying come down to leave your business and come down because of this provision coming and this technology. So, everybody know, this show need the counted. Makoga Gunyarani in our quest for additional states. So Southeast came with 5 states in the entire region, or in the whole country. And only Abia is small. And in sharing political gains and all those things, and I consider for those things, whether you like it or not. So on the Nyaka. So well, back to your question. If improvement, I want to believe that improvement again using technology going forward will actually change, you know, the whole thing and near accurate number so that we can have proper representation. I need this they go out the advantages of census, you know, population and all that. And but just to add, now the buy bigo, a bubble no. In a do one day, or maybe the manner, or one I grow okay, maybe lying effect. And now worldwide, a bubble no. because Nigeria can put that they counted, so that they can actually help us. It's really important.
Thank you.
Federal American, then it's honorable. I live in a state. Number of states. I prepare na constituency, both federal and senate. Only able state there, I give more senators like others. Didn't I shop to vote na federal house and senate? Federal government takes it. Only na balance, I know. So census, Dr. Census is the more important even than election you are talking of. Because if you don't have number, you won't know what this is anyway. And if you have a more center, you have one house of assembly. But that's more never. So, Ndibo, all the umpa, Makobodo gas in Kermel, Mother, I'm going to marry tomorrow, a man to see. So, I can't job. So, the census had indeed one the other end of a car can achieve the game. Can those I receive to advantage. As one of the Western Ham in trial. I am Antina, you marry now, translation. Yet I must measure the great their actions. Now, even once I census. Can I repeat it again? What is very important, even even nobody. No matter if they get a village as an eye candle population, wouldn't as I can look by imagination. Mana acquire to many for one technology and Nigeria and no issue. Because we always talk about technology, what I say the head of Israel, what I say the head of America. Mana oil. Now, Gamavan oil for the next 5 years. If you don't produce one working, Mankai Sanchez immediately Gawi Galo. Oil boom in the mother, but at one crop, in fact, I'm flooded. Every last year, man, every day, you man, till now, only in Kumbuchi. So I'm a divine. But if you're not divine or 18, but I'm the cannon, Sinala Caribado. The way he had the Ebony said, only one conscious assembly, wait here, negate. So, we don't have for will be the okay. I don't think not is so necessary. Man, can will try our money. So, only one of their identify only men on a sukuto, and my one house of because if I am almost an number of so like I said, 25% of their number, Monday will be known. Return out to all your police. Can we sensitization apart from Kendall? Because I don't think that federal government they always plan to fail in the southeast. They won't give them resources and love. And this is important to us. So I need to my House of Assembly, my churches, can I abandon my papa that they register? When I go on, one day, no, come on, I can dig so now, age. We now, who is okay, who better. But I can ask you only, you want to tell the when I see the money in the place, not now when they talk about cover. I'm not only no bad, no for my body now. I go on. But I'm not true for sale. You know, I'm getting a banana or for what you go for one of and all that cover of my
constitutional program. I thank God now the top Timothy, but I represent Diana. In constitutional every 10 years. Mano, whether auditor has specific. Like, when we train in the US Census, people buying on a middle level. And what I said the US constitution. There shall be census or something like most. Now, every day, no matter the situation. But I can't push that now the president will proclaim. That's the issue. Yeah. So, I'm saying that 10 years you when you know but I need the can get the US that every 10 years there must be census. The man who go, my 10 years you are now. So no ndị iwu ndị na-edebara anya na iwu ya eme ndị constitution anyị enwe isi. Mana the constitution will make everything yet, but the president must clear.
No, so God, yes. Because in the first census in Nigeria was in 1866. Then after 1866, the next one was 1871. After 1871, it went 1881. After 1881, it went 1891.
Yes.
And then after 1891, it went 1901.
Yes.
So it has been consistent like that before.
British.
Right. Then Abiazan Bahrain was independent and was in Nigeria.
Yes.
The first one I was 1973. You know, so I know like the last scholar all the going to America, 17 years.
Yes.
You know, and economically, you know, all the useful for economic planning. And so many things I really into it. So it should happen every 10 years. And like what you said, it's a constitutional problem.
Yes.
I want to resolve or enshrine in the constitution where with that presidential proclamation, then among all the constant that every 10 years, whether incoming government or outgoing government must conduct a census.
Honorable Balukweba, 1962, census result was cancelled after a heated and prolonged controversy over inflation of figures in some regions, though rejected by governors of eastern and western Nigeria, who went to court, but they lost, and the number was accepted by the federal government. Controversy again.
I think we have grown past that. Even if I mean like the date equal to now, all of those things were surrounded before the Civil War anyway. You know, leading to the Civil War also were a problem because some regions did not accept that figure, and that is why it is not postulated unless my doctor that wasn't part of the event also the sequence of the event. They very well know they recognize and accept was that of 73, you know, governor conductor, you know.
Maka sensitization ọha na eze ga-agwa ndị ga-enye aka onwe plan maka sensitization.
I can offer you be 30th of this month, which is a very the spring body of Hanesa. All governors will be there, but that will not wait until that. So we'll be doing what a guy will give them, but like when I was saying, everybody, everybody's fair. Who run around with it? Come on, I need to know mobile and give me that one. How can I buy you? Local government, House of Assembly, wherever you number na Senate, never knows. House of Assembly. So, Ibonewo, as long as they will now, Mamma, family will want to go. I chill where even I am trouble than at the last election. In fact, to me, all the more important election go to court. In fact, the person go to court, I already got beyond court. I did local court with neighbor, so no. And when I go on, indeed, and the time when you whatever. My landlord money be there. Like if Dr. Asik, what you go to natural Obodron, Emitazi by attack on it. About 4 million, and we can run as the only town brand. Open the government and money never. 500 gallons. What can they use in a per hour or so? Then if there's more than that, then in our Brazil and when the government now. Government will run out, you must plan with DB Jack. So, no come on, when you be baby, I'm not going on. obere ọnwa ebe ọ kwajiri ya kwarazie ya nọrọ ebe ahụ ya biri ebe ahụ etu ka a na-agbago so onye nwere ebe ubi wegharịsị gwa ya ọnụ ebe ahụ ife o kwuru na o kewara ife niile maka ịma ndị be anyị nwekwanụ ndị be anyị na-abụ echi ihe gbasara Naijiria ndị Igbo nwa ihe na-eme mana ọ nke ha na-eme onwe ka ha ma oge ruo na Census Assembly ọ ndị Igbo bie n'isi si debe ebe onye isi because onye na-ata ma ebe ọ na-ata ya because ndị Igbo mana anyị nọ n'ụzọ ije ma ya nọ n'ụlọ anyị wee na-esi ọnwụ ka anyị wee madịrị n'anya kama iwe na uru ya kama ka a na-ekwu na anyị gbogodo emechaa ịgbụgbọ echi na Delta gakwuji anyị na population mmadụ ya nọ n'ime mmiri ebe a ma ọnwa asụsụ
Acting President General of Hanese People worldwide, Honorable Dr. Timothy Fedora, member representing Jikoka 1, the Anambra State House of Assembly. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Dr. Dr. Olase Ojoakin, State Director, National Population Commission, Anambra State. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you very much.
This is part 1. Before we begin the census, we'll still come again to do the final sensitization. But thank you. On behalf of everybody here, and of course, Dawn or Yenji, I am Eze Onwuche. I wish you well. Bye for now.